joining us on the show. Now, as we mentioned before, we've got a great interview from Winchelsea coach Jason Woolley. Jason, it is great to have you on the show. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me on board for the second time this year.
No worries, and congratulations on your win last week.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's always good to get a win first up.
For sure. Tell us how you're feeling after that.
We started fresh once again, bell post this week, so hopefully we can build on the success of last week. It was a good way to start the finals. It was a tough game, nice physical game, so building into the rest of the teams, the other three remaining teams were all really strong, so it's good to have a tough win.
Huge win over North, really. Were you expecting, and you probably say no, but were you expecting to have such a big win?
No, I don't think you ever walk into a final thinking you're going to win by 24 or 25 like we did, so I think it probably blew out a little bit towards the end, which is probably understandable in that kind of situation, but the game's actually quite a physical, strong game, so it was a good first final for us and good to get a win.
And as we mentioned earlier on the show before you came in, Belinda Todd going off with an injury.
Belinda's actually played the most quarters for us this year, so she's sort of been the one that's been reliable every week, so now we have to look at different goaling options. Last week we were lucky enough to have Natalie Tomasini part of the side, who was able to come from goal defence I think she was playing, and switch into goal shooter, so that was a bit of a blessing, I guess, but we'll have to look at something different for this week.
Had you seen Tomo play in shooting before? Did you know she could shoot?
I have. We actually joked about it before the game that I'd seen her goal about 4 years ago. We goaled together at a mixed indoor game, and so maybe she's carried that forward. I'm not too sure.
Now, Jason, elimination final. You've just played it. You survived it quite well. But, I mean, if you had a loss, season would have been over.
Yeah.
And
good maths, Bertie.
I'm just wanting to know.
He's trying to be serious.
Every game so far this year that Winchelsea played, you've had girls missing. And on the weekend, of course, no Lauren Houghton, no Cara Jupp. Two pretty big, sort of important, big-time players don't rock up. Now, I believe that Lauren had work commitments. Yep. So that's fair enough. Cara, where was Cara on the weekend? I thought she might have turned up.
We had two goalers, so we didn't need a third. Min and Julia have been fantastic throughout the season. So
at three-quarter time, you only had one goaler plus a
1.5.
Pray to God she hit some goals, girl, but it came off in the end, I suppose. You going to have both these girls this week against Belfast Hill?
To be determined. There's a good chance we probably will have. We'll definitely have Lauren. Okay. So Lauren will be back in the side. She doesn't have to work this week, and we'll wait and see with Cara. We might see Natalie back in goals again.
Maybe see Cara in goal, Lauren in goals.
You may see Lauren in goals as well, or you may see her a goalkeeper,
or maybe see her a goal defence. Or she play in the centre. So, you've mixed and matched the girls all over the place this year.
Yep.
Now with Belinda out, is Belinda out?
Yes.
She's out.
Yeah, she's. We're not 100% sure what she's done yet, but it could be anything from a minor cruciate tear to ACL to a number of different things they're yet to confirm, but she's definitely, at best case scenario, 3 weeks, which is the rest of the season. So.
Okay. Now, of course, her and Julia, you're probably two main goalers you've got in the side.
Yep.
So, of course, Julia will probably stay in goal attack, I'm assuming.
Yep.
And so it's either going to be Lauren in goal shooter with her, or maybe Tomasini, but I don't think you're going to put Tomasini. You wouldn't risk her in such a big game, or would you?
How could you not? I mean, we won the last game by 24 or 25. She shot really well. In movement, in particular, was really good. So it is a definite viable option.
And you've got Julie being so strong there anyway, and fantastic at rebounds. You've got that covered at that end there too.
I suppose when you've got when you had Belinda in there, Belinda's tall. She's going to miss the shot. She's going to get the rebound anyway.
Yeah.
So there's a big bonus there. I suppose if you swing Lauren into goals, even though Lauren isn't as tall as Belinda, she's got great elevation.
Yep.
So you sort of pick it up a little bit there, I suppose. Yep. Belpost Hill, Kim Martin. Got any plans for Kim?
We don't necessarily make plans for one-on-one type situations. We'll just work together as a team and continue our defensive structures, and hopefully they match up well against Kim. I mean, we do have some good height back in the circle with Amy, Megan Jennings, who played Tomo, who obviously we spoke about just before. So there are some options to do with height, and I think that's Kim's main asset from what I've seen her play. She uses her height quite well, so hopefully we can counteract that with some of those other girls.
Earlier in the year when you played Bellpost Hill, they defeated you guys.
Yep.
You went there, of course, that day.
Yep.
And some of the girls went there as well.
Yeah, that was a bit of an unlucky day for us. We had myself and Lauren were away on national commitments. I think Renee played but was dragged out of bed at the last minute because Amy became unavailable. So I think we played Julia in defence that day. So probably not the greatest lead up to that game. I would like to have played Bellpost again, but it's a bit of an unknown going into Sunday, but we'll see what happens.
And what about Renee? How's Renee going with plantar fascia? She's recovered from that?
Yeah, she's good. She's come up really well over the last 2-3 weeks. We've probably took her out for about 6 weeks, 5 or 6 weeks there in the middle of the season to give her a break. And that's probably benefited her in the long run. She was quite frustrated having that time out when it was happening, but obviously this is a bit more of an important time of the season, so she's come good, running out the last 2-3 weeks in centre, so it's good.
No, she looked good on court. I watched her movement, lateral and otherwise, and she seemed to be fine and not grimacing at all in pain.
Yeah, probably. I mean, she probably hates me for holding her back 1 or 2 weeks, but I think she's benefited from it, so that's been a good move.
And of course, the really big question that I've been saving this up for all morning: what quarter are you going to put Flick on?
Starting goal shooter.
I got votes for all of my 4 quarters played for the season, thank you.
Did you?
Yes, I did, and they were all each in different games, so...
We'll have to see in a couple of
Take
weeks'
that.
time when we have the league vote count night what the actual umpires thought you did.
Fantastic.
Fantastic?
Yep.
So we're going to get 4 votes for those 4 quarters? This will be interesting.
Will be.
So let's say, Jason, you get over Bellpost Hill this week.
Yep.
Let's say you do.
Yep.
Then you're probably either going to play, of course, Thompson or Werribee the week after.
Yep.
You are the only team in the league that have beaten Werribee this year.
Yep.
So that was a great game.
Yeah, it was.
And I know I spoke to Lynn from Werribee, and she said that you guys played great and Werribee didn't play so great that day. And she didn't offer any excuses at all.
Yep.
Just one of those games. Do you feel confident about playing Thompson?
Yeah, we haven't beaten Thompson this year, but they're a good. Sonia has them well drilled. They're a really good side. So either of those two sides, I mean, look, it'd be good to get the win over Bellpost and worry about that next week. But I mean, look, you got to play from where we finished. You got to beat all of those sides to have a shot at winning. So we'll just take that as it comes.
But Bellpost are a bit like yourselves. They're missing players from week to week as well. So all depends on who turns up for them during the week. And I love Fano when he's whistling. That's just a classic. But anyway.
I think he's trying to shut you up, Birdie.
Yeah, probably.
I think that was it.
We all like that.
Quick tip, Birdie. Winch or Bellpost? One word. Bellpost is 2, but...
Winch.
Winch? Flick?
Winch.
Jason, obviously. Winch. Don't need to ask you, I don't think. Thank you so much for joining us on the show
Pleasure.
today.
Thanks.
Best of luck for this weekend.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to the rest of the team as well. And for those who are playing this weekend, good luck to you as well. We look forward to seeing you next weekend. Up next are the guys with the GDFL Footy Show.